Miyamoto Musashi, born in the late 16th century, is widely regarded as Japan's most legendary swordsman, celebrated for both his unmatched martial arts prowess and his profound philosophical insights. Throughout his life, he underscored the importance of focus and deep concentration, essential elements of his personal code. Just a week before he passed away in 1645, Musashi wrote Dokkodo, a set of 21 principles reflecting a life view that is strict, honest, and intensely self-disciplined. His other well-known work, The Book of Five Rings, articulates his belief in commitment to one's chosen path, expressing that once a decision is made, it must be pursued without letting minor distractions interfere. When you decide to do something, do it completely. Stay unwavering in your course, he wrote, advocating a path of steadfast action and clear, undisturbed focus. For Musashi, reaching excellence required a mind free of inner turmoil and distractions. Musashi's philosophy of focus is not limited to physical activities. It extends into mental and spiritual domains as well, emphasizing the cultivation of inner strength and self-discipline. His teachings resonate even more in today's world, where countless distractions make it challenging to maintain focus on our goals. Inspired by Musashi's wisdom, this video explores 7 practical ways to enhance focus, allowing us to incorporate these lessons into our daily lives and build the mental discipline necessary for success in any field. One of Musashi's core principles is to pursue a single passion intensely, which he captures in the statement, "The way of the warrior is to master one thing and master it flawlessly. You cannot achieve true mastery until everything you do flows naturally, effortlessly." Musashi urges finding and dedicating oneself to a singular pursuit, arguing that only by focusing intensely on one path can we attain mastery. In contrast, he warned that pursuing many things at once dilutes one's ability to excel, often resulting in mediocrity. From a young age, Musashi was captivated by the art of swordsmanship, dedicating his life to achieving peak skill in this domain. He spent years traveling across Japan, seeking out the finest masters and challenging other swordsmen, always aiming to sharpen his abilities. His philosophy, however, is relevant beyond martial arts, applying to any passion, career, or personal goal. Focusing on one pursuit and becoming an expert within it can bring about greater success and fulfillment than attempting to divide one's efforts among multiple interests. Today's world is filled with distractions and endless options, making it difficult to devote oneself entirely to a single goal. Technology has made it easy to access information and try new things, sometimes leading to a lack of depth in the things we pursue. The internet opens up endless possibilities and lets us explore various hobbies and interests without leaving our homes. But this ease of access can also lead to a scattered focus. Social media, too, adds pressure, encouraging constant comparisons and fueling the urge to do more to keep up. This fear of missing out, FOMO, often drives us to pursue too many things at once, worrying that if we don't try everything, we might miss out on experiences or opportunities that could enrich our lives. Because of these distractions and choices, many people abandon new pursuits shortly after they begin. It's easy to feel frustrated when results aren't immediate, or to be drawn away by something that appears more exciting. However, to truly achieve mastery, we need to resist these temptations, remaining committed to our chosen path, even when it becomes challenging or discouraging. Discovering a true passion involves identifying our strengths and interests, those things that genuinely captivate us and come naturally. Once we have identified these areas, Musashi's teachings emphasize the importance of deep focus on a specific goal, deliberate practice, perseverance, and constant learning. For example, a musician should concentrate on mastering a single instrument rather than dabbling in several, just as a programmer might specialize in one programming language rather than spreading their focus too thinly across many. Of course, as Musashi himself did when he transitioned from swordsmanship to writing and philosophy, we can take on other skills, but only once we have truly mastered the initial skill. By keeping our focus on top priorities and committing to continuous learning, we can overcome modern distractions and excel in the fields we choose. A second key principle Musashi shared is the avoidance of short-term pleasures. Musashi taught, "Do not indulge in things that provide only fleeting pleasure." He warned that chasing after activities that offer instant gratification without considering their impact on long-term personal development leads people into the trap of pursuing temporary comfort over more meaningful goals. Following this advice requires us to exercise restraint, focusing instead on our larger purpose and resisting the pull of fleeting pleasures. Musashi's principles provide a disciplined approach to life, emphasizing a deep commitment to personal growth and mastery over one's mind, actions, and direction. These ancient lessons in focus and discipline remain powerful tools for achieving success, even in today's fast-paced, distraction-filled world. Musashi believed that pursuing short-term pleasures often leads to wasted time and distracts from greatness and self-development. Throughout his life, he tirelessly trained and honed his swordsmanship skills, even though practice rarely offered immediate gratification. To him, the deeper satisfaction and long-term rewards of mastering martial arts held far greater value than any temporary pleasure. In addition to swordsmanship, Musashi wrote extensively on strategy, philosophy, and the warrior code, finding in writing a way to share his insights, pass down knowledge, and build a lasting legacy. His life demonstrates the value of dedicating oneself to pursuits that yield lasting fulfillment, rather than seeking fleeting enjoyment. In today's world, surrounded by instant gratification in the form of social media, fast food, and online shopping, it's challenging to resist these short-term temptations. However, prioritizing values and long-term goals can make it easier to withstand these urges, allowing us to remain focused on our ambitions. For instance, a person aspiring to become a successful entrepreneur might need to sacrifice short-term pleasures like binge-watching movies or frequent partying to invest energy and time into building a business. They might set a goal to work a certain number of hours each day or week, prioritizing this time for tasks that directly contribute to their long-term success. By establishing habits that support long-term objectives, we become less prone to distractions that could pull us away from our ultimate success. A third principle Musashi emphasized is to avoid half-hearted effort in any endeavor. Do not, under any circumstances, rely on partial feelings, he advised, believing that half measures or temporary motivations lead to mistakes, missed opportunities, and eventual failure. To Musashi, true focus means not only committing fully to a task, but also steering clear of any hint of indifference or distraction. Anything less than full attention and dedication is a waste of time and energy, ultimately hampering one's ability to reach meaningful goals. This philosophy centers around the principle of zanshin, meaning remaining mind, a concept from Japanese martial arts that refers to a relaxed yet alert state of awareness following the completion of an action or technique. Musashi applied zanshin as a critical part of his swordsmanship, teaching that a swordsman must stay calm and focused, even in the heat of battle, ready to respond swiftly and effectively to any new threat. A true swordsman, he believed, should always remain vigilant, prepared for every possibility, and never caught off guard. Beyond the martial arts, Musashi saw zanshin as a key to success in all areas of life. Achieving a goal requires constant alertness, focus, and readiness to adapt to whatever circumstances arise. Imagine a high school teacher applying zanshin principles in the classroom, creating an environment for effective learning and self-improvement. By preparing a clear, goal-oriented lesson plan, they can maintain enthusiasm and guide students consistently. Remaining fully present in the classroom, without being distracted by devices or emails, embodies the principle of absolute focus. To be well prepared for unexpected challenges or student questions, a teacher might review their lesson plan beforehand, gather additional resources, and stay open to adjusting their approach based on student needs. Remaining calm under pressure, such as when students struggle or a lesson doesn't go as planned, can be achieved by taking a deep breath and reassessing the situation. This helps teachers keep sight of the larger goal and prevent momentary stress from weakening their resolve. As the school year progresses, teachers can seek professional development opportunities, collaborate with colleagues, and experiment with new methods to serve students better. Practicing zanshin in teaching not only fosters a more effective learning environment, but also sharpens the teacher's skills and adaptability. For Musashi, focus means avoiding partial effort, engaging in every action with complete dedication and commitment. He believed that only through comprehensive focus can we achieve true mastery in any field. Another essential principle Musashi advocated is letting go of resentments. Resentment, he observed, clouds one's mind, wastes energy, and distracts from the pursuit of one's goals. Holding on to grudges only anchors us in the past, making it challenging to focus on growth and moving forward. By releasing such emotional burdens, we gain clarity and strength, channeling our energy toward positive, productive actions. Musashi's teachings, whether in martial arts or life principles, encourage a mindset that avoids fleeting pleasures, embraces full dedication, and lets go of hindrances like resentment. This timeless wisdom reminds us that, in an age of distractions, true fulfillment and mastery arise not from indulgence or half-hearted effort, but from focused commitment and the willingness to rise above immediate impulses for something more enduring. Musashi taught, resentment and complaints are neither appropriate for oneself nor others. Among the many stories about his life, one tells of his encounter with a group of bandits plotting revenge against their former leader. Musashi advised them to let go of their anger and resentment, highlighting the futility of revenge and encouraging them to use their skills for a positive purpose. This story embodies Musashi's belief that negative emotions can be transformed into positive action, and that choosing a path that creates value is always an option. Resentment is a complex emotion, often stemming from feelings of hurt or betrayal. It's difficult to release resentment because it's often tied to a sense of personal injustice or a violation of one's values. Biases and personal perspectives intensify this anger, making it hard to view the situation objectively or consider other points of view. When we hold on to resentment, we tend to replay the scenario in our minds, trapping ourselves in a cycle of negative thoughts and emotions. This not only hinders our ability to move forward and find solutions, but also weakens our focus on work, decision-making, and positive interactions with others. Rather than being consumed by resentment, Musashi encouraged focusing on self-improvement and nurturing a positive outlook on life. He believed that a clear mind, a strong spirit, and unwavering determination were keys to success in any pursuit. Musashi understood that holding on to resentment only causes us to lose our way, pulling us away from our goals and weighing us down with unnecessary burdens. Only by letting go, focusing on ourselves, and maintaining a positive spirit can we truly achieve freedom and progress forward with a lighter, stronger heart, embodying the spirit of a true samurai warrior. Musashi's teachings on personal development and success emphasize the importance of releasing resentment and instead concentrating on self-improvement. Imagine a situation where an employee feels resentful because a colleague received a promotion they felt they deserved. Rather than allowing resentment to harm their work and relationships, this employee could choose to focus on developing skills, enhancing their abilities, and adopting a positive attitude. By prioritizing self-growth over competition, they increase their chances of future success. They might also seek guidance from supervisors or HR about career goals and steps to achieve them. To escape the cycle of resentment and complaints, the first step is to acknowledge one's feelings, while cultivating empathy and understanding for others. Seeking support from loved ones, practicing mindfulness, self-reflection, and fostering forgiveness are essential steps toward releasing the past and moving forward with a clear, peaceful mind. The next principle Musashi shares is to avoid regretting anything. He said simply, "Do not regret what you have done." One famous story about Musashi involves his meeting with the Zen master Takuan Soho. Musashi sought Takuan's advice on how to live without regret. Takuan responded with straightforward yet profound guidance. "If you want to live without regret, take responsibility for everything you do. Whatever happens, don't blame others or make excuses. When you make a mistake, own it and learn from it. In this way, you will always move forward, never looking back with regret. Musashi internalized this advice and lived by it, never regretting his past actions, but instead using them as learning experiences to grow. Avoiding regret over past actions can be challenging, but it is a mindset that can be cultivated with patience and perseverance. Our minds naturally tend to dwell on mistakes and negative experiences, a survival mechanism that helped our ancestors avoid danger. However, dwelling on past mistakes often leads to regret, guilt, and anxiety. Breaking this cycle requires taking responsibility for our actions and decisions. Rather than obsessing over mistakes or missed opportunities, we can focus on what we can do now to improve the situation. Instead of self-blame, we can view mistakes as opportunities to learn and grow. For example, if you make a poor investment, rather than regretting the money lost, you might analyze the reasons for the failure and apply the insights gained to make better decisions in the future. Practicing self-forgiveness is essential to moving forward and living a fulfilling life. Musashi's life and teachings encourage a mindset where resentment is replaced by focus, self-improvement, and resilience, and where regret is traded for accountability and learning. In a world filled with distractions and temptations, these principles remind us to maintain clarity and purpose, transforming our mistakes into stepping stones and our setbacks into growth. Musashi's wisdom calls us to live with courage, integrity, and unwavering focus on our higher values, constantly seeking to improve, rather than being held back by the weight of past grudges or regrets. In embracing these teachings, we can cultivate a more fulfilled, disciplined, and purposeful life. By practicing these strategies, you can focus on personal growth without being hindered by regret. Miyamoto's next principle is to avoid chasing after love or desire. He advised, "Do not let yourself be guided by feelings of lust or affection." A well-known story tells of a beautiful woman who persistently tried to seduce Musashi. She was charming and relentless, but Musashi remained steadfast. Eventually, she revealed that she'd been sent by an enemy to lure him into a trap. This story illustrates Musashi's ability to resist temptation and hold firm to his principles. While Musashi mentioned in the Book of Five Rings that he had relationships with women, these never distracted him from his purpose and commitment to his training. Musashi understood when to resist temptation and when to allow emotions without letting them dominate his focus. His discipline and unwavering commitment to his goals, even in the face of desire, are why Musashi is still respected today. Relationships are central to human life, but they come with emotions and desires that can easily and quickly distract us. Often, we face decisions where our emotions conflict with our logic. You may find yourself in a relationship, but hesitate to accept an offer from a prestigious school because you don't want to be far from your partner. Or you may receive a new job opportunity, but consider declining it to keep more time with family. These situations are common, and they reveal the delicate balance between personal goals and relationships. How much should we allow love and desire to shape our lives? According to Musashi, love and passion can provide motivation and satisfaction, but they should never be obstacles to our goals. He understood this balance, and even in relationships, he never allowed these bonds to derail him from his path. Following Musashi's example, we can realize that love and desire are not the guides, but supportive forces that empower us along the journey. True love and passion fuel our focus, helping us achieve great things. If we have yet to find true love, we should continue on our chosen path, trusting that the right love will be one that supports our growth rather than holds us back. Real love does not distract. It propels us forward, like listening to music while driving. It can relax us, but never takes our focus off the road. Finding the balance between love and ambition enables us to build a full life, successful and meaningful, without sacrificing dreams. Miyamoto also advised, accept everything just as it is. On the journey to greatness, one must be prepared for challenges that test one's willpower to the core. Musashi understood this deeply, and his success came largely from his resilient acceptance of obstacles and determination to keep moving forward. A striking example of this is when he challenged the renowned Yoshioka sword school. After defeating their best students and Master Seijuro, they sent men to ambush him. Facing the ambush, Musashi did not beg or despair, but picked up his two swords and fought with unmatched strength, winning the battle. His skill was remarkable, but his mental state was as crucial as his technique. This attitude likely tipped the balance in his favor that day. This story shows Musashi's acceptance of life's challenges and his ability to adapt to any circumstance. Life is rarely a straight road, but a winding path filled with turns that require our steering. Just like driving on a mountain road, we don't stop to complain about the difficulty, but simply keep going forward. We may even find ourselves enjoying the journey. To progress and discover life's true beauty, one must embrace its twists instead of lingering on what's not ideal. Unfortunately, many people spend their time lamenting over things that didn't go as planned, fixating on a single event they feel ruined everything, as if life itself had ended. Yet life is a continuous series of events, moving forward without pause. Sometimes those events benefit us, and other times they don't. Musashi said, "Accept everything just as it is." Life is like a coin with two sides, favorable and challenging. To truly love life, one must love both sides, not just choose one. Of course, immediate acceptance of unfavorable events is hard. Discomfort, disappointment, and in extreme cases grief are natural reactions. But this is also a time to pause, take a deep breath, and objectively assess the situation. It's essential to remind ourselves that no matter what happens, it's not the end. In these challenging events, there may be hidden opportunities for growth and success. Imagine someone who has just lost their job unexpectedly. It might seem like a devastating setback initially, but on closer inspection, it could be the opening for experiences and options they hadn't considered before. By accepting the situation and being open to new possibilities, they might discover a more meaningful career path or uncover talents and skills they never knew they had. The lesson here is to embrace life's twists and trust that everything happens for a reason. This acceptance allows us not only to overcome challenges, but to find purpose within them. Musashi advises that no matter how difficult, acceptance is the key to moving forward. This is a valuable lesson not just for warriors, but for all of us, as living means embracing both sides of life's coin, joy and sorrow, success and failure. Recognizing this complete truth helps us maintain steady resolve, unmoved by hardships or unexpected events. Failures are sometimes not endings, but leverage points that propel us to more meaningful destinations. To reach genuine happiness, we must learn to embrace both the joy and the trials of life. Through this video, I hope you've gained insight into Miyamoto Musashi's philosophy and can apply these timeless principles to your own journey towards success and fulfillment.